what's up, guys? So it's been a long time since I made a video. I figured it's a nice, cool day out. Well, cool as in almost 90 degrees, but it's a lot better than 100 degrees outside right now. Either way, half-price books. We might go to, Walmart, game store. We're going to go to Barnes & Noble because there's a couple things I want to pick up. I put them on hold already to make sure that I got them. But either way, let's see where we go. Alright, well, some good stuff there. We also did go to a couple Goodwills. Nothing really to kind of show or anything. Just your run-of-the-mill average DVDs and some books here and there. But we are at a brand new Barnes & Noble. Yeah, you heard me right. Brand new. Just opened about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It moved from a different location, but it's still new. So let's go check it out. Let's see if the Criterion Collection section is big or if it's just a couple end caps and that's it. Either way, let's go look. Alright, well, we kind of assumed new Barnes & Noble, not a big movie section. Yeah, they had some things here and there. I picked up one thing because I had it on hold, thankfully, because it was the last one. But I'm at my other Barnes & Noble, and this is a hub for Criterion Collection. So there should be a little bit more in here. Let's go take a look. Well, just like that, we're back, and that was a fun little day. I mean, it was a nice day out. Like I said, 90 degrees, nice crisp 90 degrees. But either way, we're going to go over what I picked up at Barnes & Noble, Criterion Collection sale, of course. And I got a nice little fun, pretty meaty package over here, so we'll go through that too. I figured why not, let's just tack it on right at the end. So of course, like you saw, we went to a half-price books, and I picked up 3 things there. One I knew I was going to pick up. The other 2, I was just browsing and they looked pretty cool, so I wanted to pick them up. So first up, of course, we have The Hobbit, 1977, I believe, and I believe The Lord of the Rings, both animated, came out in 1977, 78, I believe here, 77, 78. I think they got redone, of course, because we didn't have DVDs back in the 70s. I think it was like early 2000s or so is when these got put out. I just thought it was cool, $7 on each. Why not? I mean, they're the animated versions. I've never seen them. I've never seen them really in person to pick up in the first place. So I figured, why not pick these two up? Girlfriend and I really like Lord of the Rings. She likes The Hobbit a little more than I do. But either way, might as well give them a shot. But of course, the real reason we went to Half Price Books, we ended up picking up the Columbia Classics Volume 4 on 4K. I was really excited when this came out, but then I saw the price tag on it at first, and the first retail price was like $250, $260, which is madness for these. I really think they thought that it was going to be like the first volume, and it just sold out instantly. Actually, even that one didn't sell it instantly, but once that went out of print, God, those prices are crazy. The other two really aren't too bad. I know the last volume wasn't the best to begin with. I think it was volume 2 or 3, but I mean, I have them back here. But either way, I missed out on volume 1. No way am I paying $600, $700, probably even closer to $800, $900 at this point. No, thank you. I'll wait for them to come out on 4K individually, or I just won't get them. I mean, either way. But I'm super excited about this, especially since it was only $107. Even on Amazon right now, it's like $120 or $130. I think maybe even close to $140. So great price, especially if it's brand new, sealed. I'll have all the digital copies as well. So great price. I had to pick this up. I wanted to make sure they had it before I drove all the way out there. They had it. They held it for me. I'm excited. Plus, not to mention, Volume 5 is coming out, or at least announced, but not announced, So those movies don't look super appealing to me. I might skip that one, but I at least had to pick up this one. So next up, we're going to go over the Criterion movies that I picked up today, and just a couple of them that I picked up kind of throughout the week or so, or week or 2 weeks that this Criterion sale has been going on. If you are looking forward to the Arrow 50% off sale, I've gotten wind from a couple employees that it's not going to happen until September. So you at least got a month or two between Criterion and Arrow 50% off sale. Usually they either coincide with each other or they go back to back. So it's a little bit of a break, but yeah, either way. First up, we got Broadcast News. I've always been told to watch this movie. I've always been told it's great. I love William Hurt, so I don't know why I haven't watched it before. But I got that, and then of course we had to get Pinocchio by Guillermo del Toro. The only 4K left in this city is mine. Other than that, I'd probably have to buy it online, and I just don't like paying for shipping, for one thing. I'm weird. It is what it is. Next up is Anatomy of a Fall. Again, I'm super excited to watch this. I've heard it's kind of not really an homage, because obviously it's its own story, but it's kind of alike to Stairs, I believe it was, that was on Netflix or HBO. I can't remember where it was, but basically, something happens, a death happens. Is it, accident? Is it suicidal? Is it, somebody actually killed them? I just said all of the bad words on YouTube, so my video's probably not going to get pushed, but that's the story. Is that, it's basically a mystery behind the mystery of what's actually going on and what actually happened. Of course, we had to get Trainspotting. I absolutely hate this packaging. I know some people like it. I don't. Even if you can see right here, I don't know if it's going to zoom or catch it or whatever. It's probably going to focus on me still, but they're in like side sleeves as well. And if you're going to do something like this, take a page out of Arrow and actually do like maybe a hardcover or a box set or something like that. Because I mean, it's got a couple different discs in here, but come on. I mean, and not to mention, it's bigger than any of the movies. Yep, there's a movie behind there, but you wouldn't know because it's a lot bigger. It's literally like a big envelope. I love the movie, but come on. All right, next up is going to be Lone Star on 4K. I picked this up. It just sounds like an intriguing story. And I mean, young Matthew McConaughey in here, I really wanted to see it anyway. We have Night of the Living Dead on 4K. I finally picked this up. I have, I think, like a German steelbook back here. I have the Blu-ray copy of this, but I don't know. I love George Romero. I love Night, Day, and Dawn. I had to pick it up. We have Don't Look Now, of course. Donald Sutherland just passed. Rest in peace. But I'm excited to watch this again. From what I remember, it's been a little while since I watched it, but from what I remember, it's kind of a hard watch. It's not, a happy-go-lucky movie by any means. Things get a little crazy. And then, of course, I had to pick up The Trial. I have only heard that this movie is crazy. It has crazy camera angles. It keeps you on edge. I watched After Hours, I think a year ago or so, and even that movie kind of gave me anxiety, and it was kind of not necessarily a hard watch, but it just keeps you in constant feeling like you're in motion and you can't kind of catch yourself. So if you want to watch After Hours, Martin Scorsese does a great job of just keeping you always on your seat, always on the edge of your seat the entire time in that movie. And apparently this movie is kind of the exact same, where it's just different camera angles just keep you feeling more off or just different, I guess, during the entire movie. So of course we went to a couple different places as well. We went to a couple Goodwills and that, but there's really nothing there whatsoever that I kind of had, a want to even look or record. Just, your generic DVDs, a couple Blu-rays here and there, some beat up books, but nothing crazy, nothing good like I'm used to finding. I find some Stephen King or some out of print stuff, but nothing. Either way, I had this package sitting in my door, and look at this big meaty guy. I don't know why I keep calling everything meaty. It's pretty weird, but let's rip this open because this is a waxwork sale that I am super excited to get my hands on. So I never really show off too much. I know I've done a couple videos here and there, but I just absolutely love movie scores. Horror scores usually, but just in general, I just love the music behind the movies. I love how music literally makes a movie and makes a scene. If you took out a lot of the music for any scene, really, it'd die. It'd have no passion to it, have nothing. So I love scores, and as you can see, I partook in a very nice sale. So basically, Waxwork had a discounted price for some of their scores, and then on top of that, they gave you a 50% off. So literally this whole entire stack, maybe like $70 total, $70 or $80. Usually each one of these for the most part is around 30 to 40, sometimes even 50, but with their actual discount they gave you, and then on top of that 50% off of those sales, I had to jump in. And not to mention, Mondo kind of was doing the same thing. They did a mystery box. Basically, it was $50 per box. So I have some of those coming in as well. Of course, they're a little swamped because I feel like a lot of people bought those boxes. But we'll go over this first because I'm super excited to dive in. So we're going to go through these pretty quickly. But if anybody wants to jump on their website, I don't think it's up for sale yet, but they are already promoting the 50th anniversary for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre horror score. I'm sure it's going to look great by all means. Waxwork is a fantastic company. They've been kind of hinting at it here for a little bit, but of course, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's a lot of fans for that. So first up, we have The Midnight Club. This is a Netflix original show. I've never actually watched it, but the Newton brothers composed this, and they also did The Fall of House Usher, and I thought that score was phenomenal. So really anything that they do, I'm going to want to listen to regardless. Next up, composed by a little guy named Danny Elfman. You guys might know him. I guess I shouldn't say little guy and elf in the same sense, but it's a little demeaning. Either way, of course, we have Goosebumps. This is, I believe, this should be the TV, or not TV show, the movie. Yeah, the original movie right here. So, I mean, it's nice embossed. Of course, all of the actual records and the discs are different colors and, bursts and stuff like that. It looks great when you open these up. I mean, if anybody wants a closer look, I can always do some of these on my TikTok as well. So, why not? Just let me know. I'll get a closer look for you. Of course, we have Black Phone next. I thoroughly enjoyed the story that Joe Hill did with this, and I really liked the movie. Apparently, they're doing a Black Phone 2, which I don't know how, unless they're doing a prequel. I don't want to spoil it. I mean, of course, the movie is a couple years old now, but okay. So, but yeah, either way, this score is extremely suspenseful, And if you want to listen to a really good one, that's definitely a good one to jump on. Next one is a big one. Of course, we have Seven. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, another actor that we don't want to talk about. But again, I'm just super excited to listen to this. I mean, if you've seen the movie, the score is horribly eerie. But either way, we have 4 left. Real quick, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, let you know anytime I post videos. Comment down below. Let me know what you like. Do you like records? Do you collect movies? You know, what are your recommendations for Criterion that maybe I could pick up and watch that I would have had no idea, because Criterion has a lot of movies. Alright, so next up, Lovecraft Country. This is a 3 LP. You know how much this was for on their website? $10. A 3 LP. This is a very soulful, kind of down-to-earth score. I really like it. I love the show. I thought the show was great. I mean, if you haven't watched it, definitely give it a watch. Then we have Godzilla vs. Kong. This one was a pretty solid movie overall. I can't lie. The last one that just came out, Godzilla X Kong, or whatever you want to call it, I just didn't. If you want to watch a good Godzilla movie, watch Godzilla -1. That's plain and simple. Also, not to mention, I don't know if it's sold out on their website or not yet. I think it was close to being sold out. But they actually do have a Godzilla -1 score on their website. So, really, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Go watch the movie, then listen to the score after, because the score is phenomenal. I mean, really, all of those, Godzilla movies, their scores are great. But the next 2 kind of coincide with each other. I missed out on 1 because the 1 sold out, unfortunately. So I could only get 2 out of the 3. And of course, that one that sold out was the most popular movie of the 3, or the trilogy, if you want to call it. But of course, first one we have Split. I love the artwork on this. I mean, James McAvoy playing like 23 different people. Phenomenal job. And then of course we have Glass. The movie wasn't the best. I will give it that. But the score is great. I wish I could have gotten Unbreakable. Of course, that was the one that I missed out on. It sucks, but yeah, it is what it is. You don't get everything on a sale. You can't buy every single thing. Either way, let me know down in the comment section below. Did you like my pickups? Did you hate my pickups? What Criterion Collection movies would you recommend that I watch that I don't have right now? I know I have a lot back here. You might not be able to see them just because they're on the second level, but I got a lot back here as well. I'm trying to dive in more of the Criterion. I have some of them, and I enjoy most of them. But there's some movies that just, I look at it and think, oh, I don't know if I want to watch that. But if you guys recommend it and you guys say, great movie, or, fun time, or whatever you want to say about it, let me know. Maybe I'll pick it up and watch it. Either way, see you guys in another video.